happy foggy morning to everyone who observes. That would be me. Yeah, so we set up to cowboy camp last night, and when we did so, the clouds had been disappearing all day long, and there was only a few puffy ones left. That was about, I don't know, 6:30 or so. But by the time we had eaten dinner and got close to going to sleep, I realized that the clouds were building up again. And in fact, there was fog laying on the next ridge over from us. So we decided to set up our tents, which was a reasonable idea because we indeed did get buried in fog somewhere around 3 a.m. I think. So now I have a wet tent instead of a wet sleeping bag, although I'm not entirely sure that's a good trade-off because the tent is a lot more difficult to dry than the sleeping bag is. So, oh well. Yeah, so these next 2 days, there's nothing really remarkable that we're going to hike through or see. It's just making miles to Hikertown, which is the start of the LA Aqueduct walk across the Mojave Desert. So, got that to look forward to. I'm feeling, I don't know, kind of pensive this morning because one of the things that I find interesting about long distance hiking is that sometimes I will have the most vivid dreams, more so than at home. And I will wake up and mostly remember them. And I did last night. Unfortunately, the subject of the dream was kind of a sad one. It was not real, but it was realistic. And yeah, now I'm having to shake that off. So that's no fun. I don't know if I said this already. If so, you're gonna get it twice. I was thinking about how my body's doing and my age. And while I think I'm just about as strong during the course of any given hiking day as I ever was, I'm noticing that recovery from day to day is slower, more difficult. I'm starting off the mornings feeling creakier than I used to. So there you go. That's age finally catching up with me a little bit. But for the most part, I think I'm holding it together. We're almost at 500 miles. Still going pretty strong. Kind of wondering now if I'm going to be able to crank up the mileage as high as I need to in NorCal and Oregon, because we really need to be doing like 25s as a matter of course up there. But we will see. My other body-related thought was hiker hunger. So, for those who don't know, when long-distance hikers get a couple hundred miles under their belt, they become absolutely ravenous and often feel a hunger that just really can't be satiated no matter how much they eat, or at least they can't carry enough food to satisfy their hunger. We're at 470 miles, and I don't know, I am thinking that I really haven't had the hiker hunger hit me the way I was expecting. I don't feel ravenous, but I will say that yesterday I put away 2 In-N-Out 4x4s and 32 ounces of beer, plus other assorted snacks, and felt satisfied at the end of the day, rather than full to bursting. So maybe that's what hiker hunger looks like for me.
You know, we all have our limitations. We all have our challenges. So, you know, mine's just a little different than other people's.
Why do you think?
They think it's like I'm Mr. Heat.
Yeah, like the janky puppet one. I love.
All right, I'm climbing the hill up out of Green Valley. Got a couple of video clips to show that, yeah, we ran into some unexpected trail magic right there, which is very nice. Although I have to admit, kind of mentally threw me off balance a little bit because it wasn't part of my plan, especially wasn't part of my food plan. My food bag was already too heavy, and now it's even heavier because I didn't eat the lunch that I'm carrying. So, you know, be very thankful for trail magic in all its forms, but you also have to think a little bit about logistics. But I unloaded some extra food onto other folks, so got that taken care of. Met a fun group of people at the Trail Magic and then at the fire station where we were all getting water. Love to get to know some of these folks better. I think they're moving a little more slowly than me and Fugitive are, but we'll probably eat frog for the next couple of days anyway. So I look forward to learning more about them. And I'm out of breath, so I guess I will turn this off. All right, there we go. Here's our first look at the western arm of the Mojave Desert, and the wind farms, and the aqueduct, and everything we're going to be walking through here in a couple days. But until then, we still have like 37, 38 miles to go just to get to Hikertown. All right, I'm sitting here in front of a concrete cistern in the middle of nowhere, making resupply plans and shopping for shoes to be sent to Kennedy Meadows, because apparently we're coming up on that real quick already. Yeah, it's just funny. You hike and then you stop in the middle of nowhere and do business and send messages and make plans and buy things, and then you get up and hike again. It's kind of a weird existence. We found a creek, and this is what happens. Everyone's shoes come off. It feels very nice. Ants farming aphids on a thistle. How cool is that? And just tending their little flocks.